Welcome. Hello, I'm Vic, and you're amazing. Today we're talking about our noisy lives and how this impacts our beautiful wildlife. Well, birds specifically. Picture this. It's early morning, you're still asleep, it's before the traffic wakes and engines begin their daily growl. But there's another kind of rush hour underway. Blackbirds are rehearsing, sparrows are gossiping from hedge to hedge, and somewhere high above, a gull is throwing its sharp cry into the wind. To be a bird is to live in a world made of voices, and to survive, you have to hear. Which is precisely why our noise is such a problem. Over the years, scientists have asked, what happens to birds when the human world gets loud? Here's Mike with some research.
Just to point out, this is not my research. It was shared in an article by Nautilus magazine. So there is a global chorus of evidence from studies that have shown changes in feeding patterns, aggression, and mating success. But worse than this, human-made noise, from things like traffic and construction, doesn't just irritate birds, it alters them, and the effects run deeper than behavior alone. Growth rates can suffer, stress hormones climb, and reproduction declines.
Surely not all birds are affected equally.
No, but seabirds carry higher levels of stress hormones than their countryside counterparts. Their little bodies quietly register the strain of constant sound. And almost every form of anthropogenic noise, whether it's the roar of traffic or the crash of construction, seems to muffle something essential when it comes to raising the next generation.
When you think about it, it makes sense.
Yes, exactly. If your love song is drowned out, how do you attract a mate? If a predator's approach is masked by engines, how do you escape? If your chick's call is swallowed by machinery, how do you feed it? So, for creatures whose lives depend so profoundly on listening, noise is more than a nuisance. It's interference, in the most literal sense.
And yet, Mike, unlike so many of the environmental crises we face, this is not an unsolvable mystery. We know how to build sound barriers. Some of the forces driving biodiversity loss can feel vast and immovable, but noise is something we generate, which means it is something we can redesign.
Let's work towards giving the wild world a moment of peace and literal quiet.
Totally agree. Thanks for joining, Mike, and thank you for listening. I'm going to sit quietly and listen to the birds.